That can hurt ya.
Now I gotta do that 4 more times. We gotta make them all shorter. Oh, that's horrible camera work. Can you see that though? Now it won't catch on a rock. We'll cut the others off. It's been super tedious, but the parts washer is getting the job done. We've moved on to the washing bin over here, along with the mineral spirits. Very dirty in there. What we have left is a couple of wheel bearings to clean out, so we'll let you watch this process. It's wildly exciting. You basically just scrub, scrub, scrub. Oh, you can't even see it. That's sad. There we go. Now maybe you can see. You scrub, 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 scrub. You know, like what you do when you got to get all your personal hygiene taken care of. You scrub, scrub, scrub. Between the toes, under the fingernails, all the places that need to be cleaned. You don't want to be a nasty guy. Isn't this fun? So much fun. Super dirty mineral spirits. But guess what? When we're done, we have a nice clean bearing. And we'll just repack it with grease. And it'll spin so nice and smooth. I mean, if this bearing was garbage, it'd be garbage and we wouldn't reuse it. So. Alright, we'll pause action here. Alright, well now we've got some nice clean bearings. So we're going to give them some spray off with compressed air. See how clean they actually are. Here we go. Looking pretty good. I'm starting to think this is going to work. And I can just, trade all my personal time cleaning up some bearings for the cost of buying new bearings. But anywho's, that's a nice looking bearing. And whee, spins, adult fidget spinner. We're going to assemble all that stuff. Brakes, spindle, hub, all of it. Dana 44. It's a bit of a hybrid. We have a 78 Ford Bronco high pinion from the C's in and from the knuckles out, or the ball joints out. This is all J10 pickup truck stuff. The old stuff, Dana 44 is Dana 44 is a Dana 44. So enjoy the assembly. And here we go. First things first, grease. We like grease. It's nasty. It's messy. But it keeps things lubricated. So we got to put this seal on. And it goes, right on here. So just for the grins of making things slippery, we'll use a lot. By a lot, I mean, George W. Bush style. All of it. We're going to go for some serious spendage. That goes on there, sits on here, can be a little finicky, especially when you got the schmutz on your fingers. You just, you play with it a lot. And that's fun. Everybody likes something slippery and soft. For reals. That's a joke. Don't be too sensitive about these sort of things. I'm known to say inappropriate things. You can watch something else. Okay, so we've got some yuts and schmutz here. And we're gonna paint the whole thing because I don't think we can go wrong by that. The whole thing. So we're gonna get all up in it, down in this bucket. You know, just get you a big bucket of this stuff. It's good. It's good for your hands. I think there's a California disclaimer, something about how if you're in California, it'll give you an extra eyeball or something. I don't know. I'm sure there's science behind it and it's a legitimate thing. I tend to trust scientists for the most part. They're way smarter than me. I mean, let's quit kidding ourselves, people. Just because we know how to use Google doesn't mean we're geniuses. Doesn't mean we did any research either. You know what it means? It means we're keyboard warriors. So this goes on here as far as I know. I didn't pay a lot of attention when I took all this apart. So, all right. We also, just so you know, inside the spindle, there's you probably can't see it, a seal and a bearing. And we've got grease in there. There's a key on this. Can you see it? A key in the threads. We're going to do our best to keep that at the top. That'll be handy later. So slide that on. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah, get there. Yep, gonna need a hammer. And I don't have one, and my hands are covered in the mitts. Yeah, I took a little time out yesterday, and I painted some items and cleaned them. So everything's very clean. Most of the parts are old. Well, some of them are very old. Like this is vintage 1982 right here. Probably the spindle also. Of course, 78 back here. But this is my brake bracket, painted up all pretty and nice, and we're going to bolt that on right now, lickety split. These are some little 9/16 lock nuts. Not that goofy lock nut stuff with the nylon in it, but the lock nut that's just all metal, has a little at the top. I don't know if you can see that, it's not really round. Ooh, where's my... But that's what does the locking. So... Alright, so quickly now, we've got 5 out of 6 nuts on, because we're missing a stud, but it's been that way since at least 1998 or so. Anyways, this should be exactly the right torque spec. We're going in a zigzagging pattern, because, you know, wouldn't want to warp it. Trail rigs and all. But hey, trail rigs need their parts installed correctly also. Dance around. It's a lot of torque. All of it. Okay. We're getting places. Now we're going to move back to the workbench and we're going to pack some bearings. Well, it's packing bearings time. These bearings were all cleaned up yesterday. They're old bearings, but they spin like new bearings. Good enough. Going in a trail rig. Alright, so we got some high temp grease. Oh, I thought I bought the extra moly. Oh well, just high temp. But time to pack, so enjoy this. It's messy. First thing we do here is we just get a big old globber there. Make sound effects. And then we put it in the palm of our hand, like that, like so. You take the bearing and you just start working on it and working on it. Eventually you're going to see some little eruptions come up out the top. I'm going to show you because it's growing right now. You see that? How it's squirting out the top? I don't know if you can see this here while I do it. It's pretty nifty. Very satisfying. And then you just rotate it. And you just keep doing that. There's all kinds of fun tools out there to make this easier. But I get the satisfaction of getting all sticky and icky. And we'll just keep packing grease all the way around. Pretty fun. Yeah, we're getting there. That's almost the right size glob. Almost. So, now, take that glob out of there, we'll put her there, and that there. Maybe we'll finish her up. We'll see. Oh, I think I'm gonna get it. I got it! Alright. So I got the grease to come all the way out around there. We'll just smear it in, and yeah, I don't know. I don't think this does anything really, but it makes me feel better about it. You just split splash schmutzy schmatz. I don't know. Is there better words for grease? It's greasy. Alright, we'll just set this over here. Right there. Good place. Now, down inside here, I need to put some extra grease. There's already a race in there and it's all cleaned out. I'm not going to show you because if I touch you, you're going to have schmutz on you. Oh, that's nice. Really makes your fingers and your skin feel so soft and smooth. Soft and smooth. Try not to get it on the rotor like I just did. That's not good. Alright. That part is done. Now, drop said bearing in the hole. We puts it in the hole. I am 10 years old inside my head. Okay. Alright. We're going to pause you. Time to put in the seal. It's not exactly like the old one I took out. And I could almost reuse the old one. But they're like $9. So we'll put a new one in. Just a different shape. But whatever. So we put it over top here, and this can be a bit on the tricky side, especially when you don't have your little pecker. Me little pecker. Block of wood, set it on top, and then you're going to give it a whack. Just like you did your little brother when you were kids. Oh yeah, that didn't work. And all that did is look here. That knocked the spring out. There's a spring in these seals. And all it did is knock it straight out of there. Luckily, boom, right back in. This is annoying. So we're going to do the peck dance. I'm starting to think this isn't right. Yep, I'm starting to think this isn't right. We'll compare the two. Boy, they are close. They are really close. Well, we'll ruin one trying. And we knock that dang spring. Is it out? Oh, it's in. It's in. This is just kind of ridiculous. Should we try my press? Is it a bad idea? So, update. That new seal had to be just plain old-fashioned wrong. It didn't fit, and I forced it. They're not supposed to look like that. It's just a touch too big. And it just, well, it didn't make it. Garbage. So, learn from your mistakes and just reuse the old one. That's what I'm doing. It's not great. It's not horrible, but we're going to run it. Because this axle's only got to make it until like July. Then it's hopefully Dana 60 time. Okay, here goes nothing. She's loaded. I didn't get too much grease on the rotor, but I did get some. Whatever. It's going to be all right. Here we go. Hopefully no trouble going on. Sometimes there is. Oh, I don't think there's any trouble. That's on there. That's nice. Now, we put the outer bearing in. Sometimes There we go. Outer bearing is in. The messiest part is over with. Now we got to put these locking washers on here. So there's 3 here. There's one right here with a wee little pointy tip thing there. It goes first. Then this guy has a key right there, and these holes will land on that tip. And then we'll put the outer one on, and they'll all be, smashed together, locking it up. So before I said something about having a notch on top here. That's important because now this gravity's going to be our friend, and it's going to sit in there like that for us. So enjoy me wrestling with this. I got to get lower because I'm too big to be all hunkered over. Oh, well, first we got to put the nut on. That would be smart. I cheat. Put it on my special socket. Maybe I do. I don't know. Maybe. There we go. And it's fine thread, so you want to be real careful you don't get them cross-threaded. You want to do just like that. Real nice. Real nice. Like butter. Look at that pretty hub. It's so white and pretty. It won't be for long. I'd probably scuff it all up while I put the wheel on later and the stuff. Anywho, here we go. Got a ways to go. Okay, so we're tight. Yep. Tighter. That might be just right. So there's tricks to this. Give her some spins. Put that back on its spot. Give her some, oh yeah, like that. Might not, oh, that feels good. I think I can live with that. There shouldn't be any play in that rotor. There isn't. That's nice. Okay. Now for the part that's going to be kind of tough to do. And I'll just pause it. Alright, so all we got left now is to get our hub put in there. All nice and cleaned up inner hub. Basically, when you turn the hub, get close. When you turn your locking hub, you'll push in on this, and then this guy in the middle right here is locked. And then, of course, your axle shaft is right there, and then the whole works turns the wheel. But when that's out, obviously things can spin. So here we go. This is pretty easy, straightforward. It just goes in the slot. Boom, right over the axle. Then you gotta sometimes give your axle a little push forward because we gotta get a clip on the end of that. I'm gonna need some leverage. So this clip right here normally sits right here over the end of the axle shaft, just to kind of keep it from doing this dance back and forth. Well, I got everything good and tight, and everything's where it should be as best I can tell. But I'm not getting enough shaft poke out there for it. I don't think I'm going to need it because you can see as I turn the wheel, it's not moving around significantly in and out there. So I'm going to try without. Might be the wrong thing to do. Anyways, this guy goes on now. Just got to work it around and then take a little big screwdriver, whatever you got laying around, just push it into its groove. That's all there is to that. Last but not least, you've got your actual twist hub. It says, woo, there we go. It says free and lock on there, and then you do that action. Inside here is a piece that moves. Maybe if I turn it like that. So there it is. You turn it, It goes the other way. That's how you lock and unlock, by applying pressure to this guy right here. So I just got to get that to line up like that. Boom, it's on. Sometimes you just got to use the old meat hammers. They're an interesting tool. And then you got these little Allen head screws. They're real easy. You just run them in. These don't need any kind of tight grunt. In fact, it doesn't take much to break the heads off of these. They're just keeping this from coming off. There's no pressure against that to speak of. There's something. I mean, yeah, you could call me a liar. There's something there. Somebody's going to say there's something. Somebody's going to say there's a torque spec there. I'm going to say torqued. So, free. As we turn it right now, the axle shaft is not spinning. And it says free. We'll turn it to lock. Oh, I heard that. Oh yeah, we're turning stuff. The pinion yoke over there is spinning. The axle shaft is turning. Go back to free. Oh, freedom. Look at there. Well, this side is just coming together nicely. Now we'll just put the rest of these in, put the brake caliper on, and if I've done anything wrong, I'll come back and show you. Fully assembled. Obviously no steering. That's Bluetooth at the moment. But fully assembled, brakes are on. Kind of wish I'd painted that caliper, but whatever. You know, and that hose needs replaced. It's not broken, but it looks scary. Anyways, we're winning. Time to do the other side. I had big plans of putting this Jeep back on its tires today, but I'm missing a part. Well, I'm not missing it. I had it. The one that was in it's garbage. So I'm at a halt. Here, I'll show you. See that side? Not put together. See that side? It's all put together. Here, let's count. 1, 2, whatever, too high. Missing. I need one of those. If I had one of those, I could put tires on it. Oh well. Time to quit. Gotta poop. Been a little while. I am now going to pull the front axle out of Savannah's Jeep. Hopefully for the last time. Everything's fabricated. Everything's done under there. We're just going to get it all out and paint everything and then reassemble. It's just paint. But here's what she looks like now. This side's all together. Built a track bar mount over there. Don't laugh. It's okay, I already have. But yeah, we're going to take all this apart and do some painting under there on the frame rails. It's going to look nice.